Hotshots. It's bound to get heavy. Big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother, big brother.
Welcome to BBA Daily with Zibby.
Big brother, big brother, hotshot, big brother, hotshot. If you got the talent, this could be your time. So rise to the challenge like you destined to shine. It's Big Brother like you never seen it, feel it. Hotshot, Big Brother Hotshot.
Let the conversation begin.
And indeed it has. Good morning, Africa. You're tuned in to BBA Daily with Zibby, the podcast. It's a beautiful, beautiful day in Nigeria. Oh, wow. So, how's the rest of Africa doing? Is it noon anywhere else in Africa? Well, you've got to help a sister out. Time difference is not one of my strong points. Anyways, ZIBBY is what I go by, like I always say. So, it's episode 12 of BBA Daily, the podcast, with me, of course. Alright, so let's talk about the house yesterday. Talk about drama. There was drama from the housemates, there was drama from, Big Brother, there was drama even from the viewers. And guess what? I think the viewers' drama on Twitter just tops it. So if you're not on Twitter, you need to be on Twitter. And of course, you can find me on Twitter at ZBJ. I love the drama. I think, chatting with the fans, us, it's way more interesting than watching the housemates sometimes because, everyone has got their spin on different things. It's just so cool. Anyways, Ella's birthday yesterday. So Ella from Uganda, the beauty queen, turned 24. And of course, it was a day to wish her happy birthday. And Big Brother! Yes, the voice. Ella, come to the diary room. Yeah, that voice. So, basically, for the first time ever in Big Brother Africa history, and I'll probably say Big Brother worldwide history, Big Brother actually did a birthday song for Ella over the public address thing. So all the housemates heard Big Brother sing happy birthday to Ella. Wow. Okay, talking about that, what is it with Big Brother and Ella? I think Big Brother has a crush on Ella, or maybe she's his secret girlfriend. I mean, a lot of Twitter users have said, they probably are dating. So, it's really likely, I agree, because I don't understand. Ella gets such preferential treatment. She's like, I understand she's a beauty queen and all, but Matamba was a beauty queen, Coquetta was a beauty queen, even Sheila is a beauty queen, and none of them get the attention that Ella gets. For starters, Ella was informed by Big Brother prior to evictions last Sunday that she had been up. Remember, she came into the house and she told the housemates, and he actually told her to go get her hair done. He has to make sure his girlfriend looks pretty. And then, with the controversy with the Ugandan vote, at first on the website, Esther, aka Small Pepper, Esther was listed as getting the Ugandan vote. And once, trust us, trust the people that watch. I love you guys. You guys make the show, no kidding. When Big Brother got on blast, in a few minutes, they changed it and Ella's name was listed as having the Ugandan vote. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness. And then Ella gets a birthday song from Big Brother for the first time ever. Oh, that just reminded me of the Frozen, the Disney series. For the first time in forever, Biggie singing happy birthday to a housemate who has to be his girlfriend. Okay, that's just me being silly, but I don't understand. All housemates should be equal. It's sort of like Animal Farm. All animals are equal, but some are more equal than others. So in Big Brother's house, all housemates are equal, but some are more equal than others. Like Prometheus obviously is a special candidate, but there's only in Nigeria, you probably know what a special candidate is. So special candidates like Prometheus, you get evicted, and guess what? We'll strike it out, cause, you can't be up. Now we don't want you up. Of course, fans get together, blast them, and they say, okay. It takes almost 24 hours, but they say, okay, Prometheus is back up for eviction. Yeah. So hopefully we can blast Big Brother about this, his, really weird treatment, preferential treatment that he's giving to Ella. Okay, Ella. It seems like Ella was on everyone's lips, everyone's phones, everyone's tweets, everyone's Facebook post yesterday. I don't know how it happened, but you have to give it up to Ella. That girl made Africa talk about her consistently for a whole day. And guess what? people know who Ella is. People know Ella's doing this. So big on you, Ella. I really love that. She did everything well. That is a smart chick. No kidding. Okay, so a lot of us have seen, the weird stuff going on with Casey Moore and Ella, where they're all acting we're good friends, blah, blah, blah. And, they're all huggy and touchy and, sort of smooshy. Now, apparently, a lot of the housemates had been talking about it, saying it was inappropriate considering Casey's married and, all that. Which, makes sense, but I mean, it's a weird world we live in, because remember Richard from season 2? Richard was very married. Very, very married. What's that wife's name? I can't even remember. Was that Juna or something? Okay. Richard was very married, and then he fell in love with Tatiana on the show. I mean, he won the money, got out of the house and dumped Tatiana and went back to his wife. And of course his wife took him back. I mean, he had $100,000 at that time. I wonder if they're still together. I should do a Google search. I can't remember his name. It was spelled, his last name was really a difficult name. So my Tanzanian people, if you guys can spell Richard's name, please tweet me at ZBJ. Let's see what's going on with Richard. Okay, so moving on back to the house. So housemates had a chat and, they thought it was really inappropriate and Casey was, borderline cheating on his wife with Ella. So Idris and Ella are friends. Apparently, Idris is friends with everyone. And did I just say how much I like Idris? I hate the way he sounds, but I like Idris. So Idris speaks to Ella about it, and Ella, because she wants drama, or maybe because she's just dizzy. Ella's not dizzy. No, Ella's not dizzy. I think she wanted drama. And Ella goes to Casey and says, Idris says, why am I in your bed? Blah, blah, blah. And Casey realizes he's been caught out. Because that's what I can say. And Casey starts, blowing up a storm. Now, earlier, Ella had spoken to Tayo about it. And, Tayo, told her, he thought it was a bit funny considering, they were married, Casey is married and, family watching and stuff. And Tayo, with his open heart, actually went back to, Casey and had that chat with Casey. And Casey's like, my wife's family knows me, blah, blah, blah. He's been all like, Tayo's my buddy. Tayo's advising me and stuff. And he's like, I trust my wife trusts me. And Tayo said something that was very intelligent. He said, yes, you trust your wife, you trust yourself, but don't put that trust to the test. I mean, we all know what hormones can do sometimes to people, especially, in such a weird environment. Anyways, Casey goes out and he's ranting to Alusa, who I would call the black devil. And not devil like, he's got a fork and a tail. Just devil like Alusa. Wow. Alusa has a way of getting into people, pulling things out of them, things they would rather not say. Ideally, stuff they wouldn't say. But Alusa has that, strength. He can actually reach into people and pull out what they're thinking, and then they just go blah. And then he sits back and he's like, he just adds the right well, that's not good though. Yeah. You can't talk about a person like that. Yeah. Or Idris is a child. He's a young child. He doesn't have to get a girl. Why would he say that? Your family. He's risking your family. So that's Alusa. He's just putting those digs to keep, spurring Casey on. And let's just say Casey showed a part of himself that a lot of us had never seen or thought would ever see. I mean, if you follow the podcast, I'm sure you've heard me talk about how sweet Casey is and, how much I like him. But right now, all that has changed. Seriously, I started having doubts about Casey's character with the food fight with 265 and Clankla. Clankla crossed the line. You do not stash food that's meant for everyone, and then you don't go into people's bags to steal their stuff. Okay, so Clankla did that, and when 265 confronted him, Clankla starts trying to get all this is the food that my people died for, and the stuff, which is absolutely stupid. But, I would expect that Casey tries to be the wise sage, the father of the group. I thought he would say to Clankla, you know what, this is wrong. You shouldn't have taken his drink, or, you can keep stuff, or tell people the right way to use them, blah, blah, blah. But no, Clankla goes, he's trying to play, he says you're weak, blah, blah, blah. And Casey, and when Casey was proper egging him on, like shit staring, I realized Casey had a bit of a mean streak in him. But because, I just had that idea he was so sweet, I was still holding on to that part, like, maybe it's a one-off or something. And then after the incident yesterday, Casey, is it weird that I think, no, No way. No, JJ is still my least favorite, no. But I'm very disappointed in Casey. And when we come back, we're going to talk about, okay, we're going to go on a break soon. Well, not right now, but really soon. And we'll talk about the 10 most ridiculous things Casey said yesterday. Trust me, they are absolutely ridiculous. They're probably like 50, but I mean, we can't talk about Casey the whole day, can we? So we'll talk about that after the break. But, you know, it was definitely a really, really strange situation, because Alusa was just, you know, fueling the fire, and Casey was just talking, and it's like, shut up, Casey, Africa's watching, we can hear you. And of course, Alusa sees everybody as competition. Alusa has watched Big Brother, he's played the game from his house, he's been in the house twice, you know, so he's definitely got an edge. And it's an evil edge. Okay, so Alusa just kept on fueling the fire. He knew the right things to say, the right points to hit. In a way, it serves Idris right, because I mean, Idris has gone around the house talking badly about Goitse. I mean, you cannot force someone to fall in love with you. That's something we all need to understand. Someone doesn't like you, the person doesn't like you. You either move on or you be friends, you know. And speaking about that, it's so annoying how when a guy likes you and he asks you out and, you know, you tell him you know, you don't want to have that relationship. Some guys just all of a sudden just sort of become like the enemy. You sort of become the enemy to them, and that's happened to me quite a lot. In fact, it's happening to me right now. I had this friend, like, we're really, really close, and he would go out of his way for me and stuff, and I just thought he was absolutely amazing. And then somehow I could tell, okay, something's going on. This guy's beginning to, you know, get the vibe. So, you know, when you're in that situation, the thing you do is you put the person in the brother zone, because, you know, the brother zone is like the spot you can never come out of. So but anyways, moving on. Did anyone see Tayo and 265 and Frankie, you know, Trezeguet and Mackie D, you know, in the garden yesterday? They were just being so ridiculous and talking and laughing and just being really obnoxious. It was so funny. It was so funny. And then Butterfly, who never really speaks, came out looking all dressed, and this is at night. And Tayo's like, oh, did you just have a shower? It's like, yeah, it's like, you got makeup on. Are you going somewhere? It was so funny. That really cracked me up. It's like, okay, where are you going? You guys are locked up in Biggie's house. There's no way. You're not going anywhere. So that was really funny. Okay, we'll take a break now, and when we come back, we'll talk about the 10 most ridiculous things Casey said, the aftermath of the Casey battle, and, well, of course, Twitter. We're going to take some tweets from what the lovely, lovely BBA fans are saying. I'm not kidding. My phone, like, my batteries are dying continuously. I love the fans. We are just wild. When the house is boring, trust me, just listen to what the fans are saying on Twitter. It's so much fun. It's so much fun. And oh, did I tell you, I got accused of stealing a tweet? Oh my goodness. We'll talk about that when I come back. So, off to a break, and we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Big Brother Hotshot. If you got the talent, this could be your time. So rise to the challenge like you destined to shine. It's Big Brother like you never seen it, feel it. Don't go in unless you're going in it to win it. You'll need change cause the spotlights are so bright. So when you reach that height, you will have to fight. All eyes on you, your name and lights. You want the fame, man, up like it's your right. Gotta get into action, swag out your passion. The life you live for, drive it up and you can cash in. Fame and fortune is all you got. When it's rise, Hotshots. Big Brother Hotshots. Start 7 September. Exclusive to DSTV Premium, DSTV Compact Plus, DSTV Compact, and DSTV Mobile. Rated 18.
Welcome back to BBA Daily with Zibby, the podcast. And of course, it's me, ZIBBY. So, back to all the drama in Big Brother's house. Do we just love drama? We love drama, but sometimes there are limits, which makes drama really stupid. Like with Casey yesterday. Casey, Alusa, JJ definitely bullied Idris. I found a lot of the housemates always say things about Idris. Oh, it's his age. Oh, he's just 21. He's immature. Like, shut the bleep up. Once you're in Big Brother's house, you guys are all equal. No one cares if you're 50 or if you're 21. If Casey thinks he's 30 and he's better than Idris, then go to where 30-year-olds are. Get to where 30-year-old married fathers. who earned $300,000 according to him in a few months you shouldn't be in Big Brother's house. Give young, immature people like Idris, in your own words, a chance to win and do something for themselves. I find it really disgusting that Big Brother is condoning all the madness. In fact, just a few minutes ago on TV, I actually saw Samantha tell Mambi she nominated her. It seems like Big Brother has absolutely no control over the show, no control over the housemates, no control over the crew, no control over anything. I think he's just probably busy watching Ella's shout-out videos. Seriously, because I can't think of what he's doing. What happened yesterday was totally appalling. Idris was being bullied blatantly. I mean, come on, it's 2014. You guys are all in the same house competing to win money. You guys are all equal. It just reminded me of back when I was in secondary school and, you know, the senior girls had some sort of beef against me and my friends. Yeah, because we were cool and yeah, we liked boys. You know, who doesn't? And, you know, we're just like regular teenagers, but the senior girls didn't like that, and they would, you know, make a stand, and then they would say all sorts of crap. You know, that was basically being bullied, and I'm shocked that it's happening in Big Brother's house. I don't know if you guys watched Celebrity Big Brother in the UK. That was in early 2007, January 2007, and Jermaine Jackson was in the house. Shilpa Shetty from Bollywood. It was like a celebrity version of Big Brother. Yeah, and it was so annoying because Shilpa, the Indian lady from Bollywood, was being bullied by the late Jade Goody. Jade Goody died a few years ago from cancer. Jade Goody, Joe O'Mara, and Daniel Lloyd. I mean, these people were bullying Shilpa so much because she was Indian, she had an Indian accent. But the thing is, in India, Shilpa is a big star. You know, she comes from a very rich family. But because she was in the UK for Big Brother, she had an accent. She couldn't do some of the ridiculous things the girls were doing. She was just not on their level. And there was a lot of beef, so they were bullying her. Funny thing is, with what happened yesterday, they did not, the girls, Joe, they call them the three witches, Joe, Danielle, and Jade, didn't even get this far. Compared to what happened yesterday, they didn't even come close. And Big Brother immediately addressed the situation. And, you know, there was so much uproar. People were complaining, you know, it got to the BBC. It was ridiculous. There was an outrage, you know. Shilpa is Indian, not in any way English or anything, but, you know, everyone united because it was bullying and it was wrong. And that is what is going on in Big Brother's house right now. Idris was being bullied by Alusa, JJ, and of course, Oga Casey. And the thing is, I've got a problem with the way we reason as Africans. If it's not affecting someone from your country or maybe a housemate you support, you're not bothered. But the thing is, guess what? What goes around comes around, and at some point it'll definitely come to you in some way that hits home. And I think it's the same attitude we have with our governments. Like, you know, when, you know, the poor people are being treated a certain way, we just, you know, swing to the other side. We can't be bothered because it's not affecting us directly. I think that's wrong. So everyone needs to stand up and complain about bullying. This is what bullying is. You do not sit a child or a grown man, whoever, together and then start bashing him from all sides. That was wrong. I mean, if Tayo had even come close to doing 1/10 of what Casey and the other male witches did, you know, it would be such an outroar, you know. But the thing is, this was happening to Idris right in front of Africa. Big Brother ignored it because, you know, he was thinking about his girlfriend Ella, and everyone is just carrying on like normal. You know, I think when housemates misbehave, we need to call them out. Tayo is from Nigeria. I like Tayo. But when Tayo misbehaved, I would be the first person to call him out. You know, I like Idris. When Idris was misbehaving with Goite, I was the first person to call him out as well. You know, JJ is so annoying and I call him out all the time, you know. But when he's not being annoying, when I'm not seeing him, you know, I don't have any reason to talk about him. So it's like, you know, do the right thing, say the right thing. It doesn't matter if you support the housemate, if the housemate is from your country or whatnot. Let's just be honest, okay? So, moving on. Casey, I do not know why Ella told Casey in the first place. I've had a situation like this while I was at uni. You know how it is, you know, there are Nigerians in your class, and because you're Nigerians, you guys just talking stuff. And one was, you know, weren't exactly friends, but I was talking to him quite a lot because he, well, is Nigerian. And I remember I walked into class once and I needed something from him. I couldn't find him, so I said to another Nigerian and I asked, you know, if he knew where the other one was, and he said no. And then coincidentally, maybe a few days later, same scenario repeated itself. And then the guy I asked said, "Oh, why are you always looking for so person?" And in my head, I'm thinking, what the flip? But I didn't say anything. I just let it go. I couldn't be bothered. And then a few days later, the one that I was talking to, that I was looking for, came to meet me. And he's like, Zibs, you know, I don't know. Some people in the class, they think me and you have something, you know. And I'm like, what? And I said to him, Only a crazy person would think I'd ever have anything to do with you. Keep moving. And that was it. I never spoke to any of them. Both of them, I just X'd them out because I couldn't be bothered with all that drama. So that's the same thing that's Casey. It's the same thing with Casey, Idris, and blah blah. I didn't go back to the other guy to say, oh, this is what this person told me, because I knew it was going to cause drama. If two people had that conversation, it's what they believed at that time. So it was absolutely ridiculous. It's stupid of Ella to go and tell Casey that was what Idris said. But anyways, Casey just did a 360 from the Casey I thought I knew. He's proven himself to be a very vindictive person, and oh my goodness. Okay, so he's just basically trash talking to Idris and stuff, and I don't know why Idris even sat down for so long, because I wouldn't take that. Most people wouldn't take that. Sheila's 21 years older. I sincerely hope and pray those three witches, Casey, Alusa, and JJ, tried to pull that with Sheila. Oh my goodness, Biggie's house would be turned upside down. Trust Sheila. So I mean, you don't talk to people because they're blah blah. I think it's an African thing, because you're older than people. You think you want to speak to them in any way you want. Guess what, man? We're all humans, and you should respect everyone, regardless of age, regardless of sex, whatnot. So Casey just went on a rant. I believe Casey definitely had ulterior motives with Ella, because I mean, if he had no bad plans with Ella, why was he so upset? Why didn't he just say, you know what, keep it moving and let it go? He claims to be mature. I'm 30. The way he goes on about it, you think he's like 300, not just 30. How many? Come on, you're 30. Like, live life and just be you, you know? Anyway, so basically, he was going on and on and on. That definitely proves his guilt. I believe he had evil plans. And I've just seen a tweet from Wookster, and she says she doesn't know why Casey's ranting, because she's heard him say he'd kiss those lips. That's the Ella. He'd kiss those lips before he leaves the house. So, Casey definitely had evil plans with Ella. I remember a situation with Mambi as well. Casey was dancing with Mambi, and then he starts getting so close and grinding her and stuff. And Mambi, she smiles, and she's like, you're stepping over your boundaries. And she gently pushes him away. And he gets the picture, and he moves away as well. So it was good that Mambi did that. You know, she probably didn't say it in a stern way, but that was the best way to handle it at that point. And I've seen Lillian twerking. I saw this in Nigeria, I would say my two naked eyes. Lillian was twerking, and Casey was right behind her, and he smacked her ass. I saw this. So Casey's a married man. When you're married, you don't go around smacking girls' asses. You don't go around touching girls. You don't go around burying your face in people's boobs, all in the name of Ella is my daughter. Okay, so we've got a countdown of the 10 most ridiculous things Casey said yesterday. Okay, so here it goes. Number 1, he says to Idris, if you see my wife, you can't talk to her. You bow down to her. Wow. Talk about arrogant, self-absorbed, egotistical, blah blah blah. What a wanker. Excuse my language. I use that word deliberately. And then of course, we all know how he just goes on and on in the diary room talking about how people are swearing and his 3-year-old child is watching. Casey, I'm sorry, but if your 3-year-old is watching Big Brother, you and your wife are irresponsible. That's not something they should, you know, be watching. And, you know, speaking about the bad language, I don't think a 3-year-old knows what bad language is. I'll tell you something. One of my bosses, you know, his daughter was right there and was having a conversation, and he used a bad word, and I was shocked. But little girl didn't even flinch, because she didn't even notice that it was a bad word. So later I asked him, and he's like, oh, she doesn't even know what that means. And then I realized she absolutely didn't. You know, to her it was just people having a conversation. So the thing is, because she hasn't been exposed to those kind of words, she doesn't know what it means, and she couldn't tell it was a cuss word. So if Casey's daughter hasn't been exposed to all that kind of, you know, bad language and weird behavior, how's she gonna know what it is anyways? So I'm not saying, you know, that justifies people speaking in a derogatory way, because I found the cussing a bit too much sometimes, but it was for me, not because of any child that shouldn't be watching Big Brother. It was for me, and not for any child. And it's funny, because yesterday he seemed to lace his conversation with so many bad words. He was cussing all through, using expletives. Are you kidding? Isn't your daughter watching that? I mean, even if you let your daughter watch Big Brother at 3, she's watching a program that's suitable for 18-year-olds. Okay, that's fine if that's your decision. Not great, but cool. So, even if she's not listening to what other people are saying, when she sees her dad on TV, she's going to be listening to what her dad's saying. And she's going to be looking at what her dad is doing. So when you're cuddling up to another girl, what message are you sending to your child? Even if your child doesn't understand the cuss words, she's seeing you cuddling another girl and smacking people's asses. Stuff that, you know, you probably wouldn't do. But she's seen that. So who's the hypocrite here? You, Casey. Alright, so that's a recap. Top 10 most ridiculous things Casey said yesterday. If you see my wife can't talk to her, you would bow to her. That's number 1. And number 2, he says to Idris, you're like an ant, I'll step on you and I'll crush you. Oh my goodness. That was a threat. Not veiled, it was an open threat. And of course, Big Brother was still ugly in a shower hour video. Probably looking at butterfly's boobs, because Butterfly has got, you know, a lot. So I think that's what he was doing at that time, and that's why he couldn't be bothered. And then, third thing, he said Frankie does his hands like this, feminine gesture, and he says maybe he's not gay. Maybe he's not gay. It's gonna be a health condition. Are you kidding? I didn't notice Frankie did his hand in a feminine way. Some people on Twitter didn't notice either. But right now, Casey has put ideas in our head that Frankie could be gay. Is that right? Big N-O. That's number 3. And number 4, if not for this house, Mambi would never know me. She can't even shake my hand. Oh my goodness, who the hell does Casey think he is? I mean, are you serious? Mambi is from Ghana. No matter what, you guys are from the same country. You should have some sort of allegiance to her. And then if you're going to talk about her in that derogatory way, that's wrong. And even if she's not from Ghana, you have no right to speak about any other person that way. Because there are certain people in that house that probably would never have seen you as well. I mean, who the flip does Casey think he is? And yes, Casey, that's an expletive. Okay, moving on to number 5. You don't know who I am. You don't know me. You don't know who I am. Yeah, he probably said that like 50 times. So that could be like, you don't know me times 50. Okay, so number 6 is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So number 6, he says, Biggie plays my songs. He has never played anyone else's songs in this house because Biggie knows who I am. He knows me. So basically, he's this everyone with the musical talent. He's this Samantha. He's this Prometheus, who I think is the best singer. He's this JJ, who is so annoying and irritated and can't sing, understandably. He's this Alusa, his gossip buddy. So basically, he's dissing, and he's the one, in 5 seconds, okay, that was JJ saying, oh, I respect people's talents. That was day before yesterday night when JJ was throwing a tantrum. You know, oh my days. JJ just went on and on. What is it with these men? You know, seriously, we're gonna have a little game at the end of the show. How old is JJ? Because I'm beginning to, you know, really wonder how old JJ is. Because, I mean, JJ keeps saying Idris is a child, Idris is a child. If JJ is really 23, Idris is just 21. You guys are in the same age group. So how the flip is Idris a child, Idris a child? JJ, you need to tell us how old you are. Benjamin Button. Okay, so moving on to number 7. $300,000 is nothing to me. I make that in months. Yes, Casey, you make $300,000 in months. Yes, we know. Next. Next one says, my wife knows me. We planned and worked out my strategy. I don't get this. These housemates are so dumb. If you have a strategy, you do not say you have a strategy. You don't say it to your housemates. You don't say it to the diary room. You don't say it to yourself. You keep it in your head. So basically, JJ's strategy is being the nice guy, and that's why I'm really attacking JJ. That's why I'm really attacking Casey, because he's not a nice person. He just said it's a strategy. I heard him make that comment once in a diary room saying it's okay. He's sending a message to his wife. You know, being nice to everyone is his strategy. Like, if you can't stand up to something, then I'm not going to use that word, but yeah, actually Casey used that word yesterday, but I'm not going to use it because it's, you know, yeah, really bad. Have I ever used that word? Yeah, maybe once or twice. Okay, so he says, my wife knows me. And you know the funny thing, when him and Tayo had that conversation, when Tayo spoke about the in-laws and what they would think, he said, no, my in-laws, they know me, they know the kind of person I am. But when he's, you know, sort of talking about Tayo to Alusa with regards to the whole Ella thing, he goes, what in-laws? What in-laws is he talking about? I married one person, my wife. Jeez, he's now making it look like Tayo actually had bad intentions. Well, this is an advice to Tayo. Shut the flip up, stay in your lane and mind your business. Capiche? Okay, moving on. So, the next ridiculous thing he said, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He said, Ella drinks too much. I'm trying to get close to Ella because I don't want her to drink so much. Ella is 24 years old, Casey. She's lived on her own when she was in England for uni. She's living her life. She's Miss Uganda. She's an adult. You have no right to tell her when to drink, what to drink, or why not to drink. So mind your business, Casey. We both know you don't care much about the alcohol thing. That's not it. So even if Ella decides to drink, I've never seen Ella drunk. Yeah, I've seen Secret drunk. I've seen Esther drunk. I've never seen Ella drunk. So I don't know why you feel the need to boss everyone's life. Shut up and mind your business. Okay. And then number 9, he says, did Ghanaians audition me? Pay my fees, bring me here, pay for my ticket. I don't care what Ghana thinks. Okay, KC, you don't care what your country thinks. You don't care who the people that are supporting you, you don't care what they're thinking. Good for you. Let's see who will vote for you then. Seriously. Like, you do not diss your country. You do not. That's just wrong. And he also went on to tell Louise not to bother about what Africa thinks. After all, Africa is not even going to pay his cab fare. Do you guys remember Munia? Years ago, Munia was on a roll to win. And then Munia had that rant where he goes, F-U-C-K Africa. Hey! If you watch Nigerian movies, Nollywood movies, the really crappy ones, this is when they shout, Aru! It means abomination. Like, how the hell are you gonna say that? Okay, okay, you know what, I'm done. Moving on. And he also said, okay, I know I've gone over 10, but they're just too many ridiculous things. He said, oh, Ella is like my daughter, I have a 3-year-old. Casey, because you have a 3-year-old daughter, doesn't make it appropriate to hug and cuddle and touch other girls because they remind you of your daughter. Even if you touch your daughter in an inappropriate way, your wife will call the police and you'll be arrested. So you can't even touch your daughter in that way. So how does Ella look like your daughter? Ella is a grown woman. She doesn't need another father. I'm sure she's got one in Uganda. Yeah, she even has a stepfather. Girl has got 2 fathers, man. She doesn't need you. Yeah, she did say her stepfather was from Rwanda. So, Casey, step back. Sipe, oh my god, this is the worst one of them all. Casey basically called Sipe a hoe. I'm sorry, but I just cannot get over that. He said on Friday night during the party, he was running away from free P something something something. I can't use that word. I'll just call it free cat. Can you imagine? I mean, wow. Talk about, you know what? I'm done with Casey. I'm so done with Casey. I'm sort of over time. Casey is taking too much of my time, but you know what? Let's go to Twitter. We have to see what the fans are saying. Okay, so I've got one from Tayo BBA, and he says, seriously, JJ has found a father figure in Okula Lusa. Amina Fasania says, Biggie, please, I'm begging you, keep Mambi in the house. Don't give her votes to your girlfriend, though. Of course, girlfriend is Ella. And Dainty Ferrelli. Okay, Kyle from Uganda. Kyle, Kyle has been on the show, and he was a finalist on Big Brother Africa Star Game. Kyle's from Uganda. And he tweets, this KC Moore guy is so annoying, too flipping full of himself. Be More Analytical also says, he's arrogant and mean-spirited. And Dainty Ferrelli says, and a fool. Oh, wow. Kyle also says, it's so hard to hate Tayo. This fool is dope. And Tweens says, Casey says Promiscuous used to be a security guard. I knew it. I could tell from his bad dress sense. MKA Bendira, I'm sorry I can't pronounce that, says, I can't waste my vote for someone who is already bigger than BB Hotshots. JJ said he's bigger than BBA, so he needs no vote then. K Hummer says, K Hummer is one of the BBA alumni, if you guys remember his name. I mean, who wouldn't know K Hummer? He says, if there was no Tayo in the house, I'm very sure it will be only Sunday eviction people would watch. Cowtelicious, who is one of my favorite girls on Twitter, says, ouch, Casey was on a roll. I see, but then again, he has a point. Prometheus dress sense is security guard awful. Truthsayer01 says, JJ always manages to turn a conversation topic into himself, which is so true. And then good news, we're gradually winning the war against Ebola in Africa. I just saw this tweet, I had to take it. So big up to Rwanda. Ebola screening in Rwanda includes visitors from USA, Spain, Sierra Leone, Guinea, and Liberia. Fair enough, because I mean, lots of countries have banned West Africans from traveling to the countries, even Haiti. Yes, Haiti. I mean, seriously, Africans, what the flip are y'all going to do in Haiti? Haiti has banned people, Dominican Republic, Colombia. Who wants to go to Colombia? Anyway, so, LK4 did tweet and say, since they're putting the ban on Africans, how about Africans start putting the ban on people from other countries that have proven cases of Ebola? So, I'm very good that, I'm really proud that Rwanda has stepped up to include, screening for for visitors from the United States and of course Spain, where there have been confirmed cases of the virus. But gradually we're winning the war against Ebola, and of course we'll keep going on until we can win that war against malaria, HIV, poverty, lack of education, and all those vices which threaten our very existence as Africans. So thank you for tuning in, guys. This is BBA Daily with Zibby, the podcast. You can follow me on Twitter at ZibbyJ. There's so much to talk about. I just love the interaction. So please follow me or tweet me so we can get talking. Don't forget, the website is www.thezibbyshow.com. And of course, you can also join the Facebook page. It's facebook.com/The Zibby Show. Zibby is out. She needs to start today. A girl has got to eat. So have a lovely day, guys. And I'll see you guys on Twitter and Facebook when we talk about all the action going on in the house. Okay, I have to go now. Mwah. Love you, Africa. Bye.